Hello and welcome to a new video on the HKCM Global channel. My name is Philip, and today I think it is a good time to take another look at what is gold doing, what are the gold miner ETFs, GDX and GDXJ doing. Watch my last videos on gold if you haven't seen them. So today there has been some significant price action occurring in the gold market, and we're going to take a look now what is to be expected. Have you already topped out? Is it time to short? Am I already in a short trade? All these questions will be covered. But first of all, as always, please subscribe to the channel, comment on the videos, activate the notification button, and also visit our website for our subscription service on hkcmglobal.com. Yeah, so let's dig in. What am I expecting overall in gold? I'm expecting the market to either top out very, very soon, or with the price action we've seen today on Wednesday, the 14th of May. So this video will be probably one day late when you watch it. So it has been recorded on the 14th of May. So my expectation, as I already said, is I'm expecting the market either to top out very soon here in the overall wave one, or have already topped out in wave one. And today we broke support at $3,208, which is now for me a significant first indicator that maybe this top has already occurred and could be the first sign of follow through to the downside coming in the next weeks and months. How do I expect this to happen then to the downside? If this is now has already topped out in wave one, I would have expected this to be a wave one to the downside, and then a ABC structure for a wave two, and we would now have to see a significant follow through, also significant momentum increase to the downside within a wave three to the downside. So I'm not yet fully convinced, but I'm definitely going to, due to the break of the 3208 level, I'm definitely going to increase the probabilities on the market having topped out here already to 42% for now, and then I will see how this unfolds in the next weeks. I am already short on the GLD because I had a target zone on the GLD. For those who don't know, the GLD is the SPDR Gold Trust. It's one of the largest, I think it is the largest private holder of physical gold reserves in the world. So I had a target zone between 303 and 327. Yeah, currently the market is at 294. We have just left my zone to the downside, so it's early to call the top here as well, and it's also too early for me to say I'm gonna deactivate the zone and move my stop to break even respectively to my entry price. So I'm gonna wait for that to see a little bit more of action unfolding to the downside. So we have to of course see what is gold doing, because otherwise the GLD won't move, because it's a direct reflection of the gold price, of course. So we will see where can gold now lead in the next weeks to come. So if this was wave one and this was all of wave two, I would expect the market at least to drop into the $3,000 area, maybe even below that. If we expand to the downside, so I'm expecting something between the 161.8 extension and the 200% extension. So basically right into the next support level here, 297. If this gets broken, but otherwise, if any corrective action then to the upside or any retracement to the upside will be able to stay in a corrective pattern, then I will call the top, and then I will also look for a short entry in gold itself, apart from the one that I've already placed on the GLD. That's my expectation for now. So this is going to be very, very interesting in the next few days and weeks to come, how gold will perform now. It's also, I think, a good time to look at the indicators as well. On the shorter time frames, 4 hour, etc., we are becoming very, very oversold. We could see another bounce, so that's why I'm also still very, very careful on calling the top here in gold, because we have just broken the support level I mentioned. So it is very early, and we will of course need more momentum here to the downside to finish that move and to further extend that move. So if we look at the short time frames, we are oversold at the moment, but zooming out, daily still has rooms to go. Just went onto the short signal here on the long short indicator. Moving out further to the weekly, we are closing in on a cross on the MACD. We are starting to lose the first positive momentum candle here. So things can get moving now in the next week and weeks to come here, but it is still very, very early, and that's also I want to warn about that. So please, everything here, take it with a grain of salt at the moment. I'm not expecting this to drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars within the next few weeks. This is going to be something that would take further development and much more time to develop in order to build those structures if we have really already topped out. So this is not going going to be happening overnight. The 4-day is showing signs of weakening. Also here closing in on a cross on the MACD to the downside. We are losing momentum. So all these things are slowly pointing to a possible top. But if we look at the monthly, for example, we are still going strong. We haven't lost any momentum here yet. It's not, the MACD is not closing in, the RSI is not yet coming down. So we are very, very early here. This would be way too early at the moment to say, yeah, we have topped out, especially because I also want to make you aware of another possible scenario. Still expecting some significant downside, but this would then end up basically that we've just completed wave 3 and we are completing wave 4, and then there would be another rise to new highs. So this is also still in the game. So this correction does not yet have to be the final push to the downside, and it's all over here in the market in gold. It could also just be a large, but also basically in the long run only intermediate correction before the final top will be seen sometime later in the future. The same will then of course also go for the GLD, but we have to see how this unfolds. I also wanted to take a look at the gold miners, gold and silver miners ETFs, the GDX and GDXJ, which we were also covering. I've shorted both of them. The GDX I've already shorted twice now. The first short didn't work out. The zone was broken to the upside, but I put another one in. This one worked well. We are well in the profits at the moment. So from the entry here, if you entered right at the bottom, at the moment 13%. This is going well here. Also here, possible 1-2 setup now to the downside. So this should also start unfolding here with more momentum here. And then at some point we have to take out 38.58. We've just taken the 46.94 level. First significant support level taken here. And also the GDXJ, I'm also shorting that. We're still in the zone. We haven't left the zone. So the next critical level here is 49.33. I want to see that broken in the next step to the downside. But also here, things are pointing clearly to the fact that we have seen a form of top for now. And then we have to evaluate how this will develop in the next weeks to come here. So interesting developments. We can also take a look here at the indicators on the GDX and the GDXJ. Those are also going in a similar direction as the ones from gold. Let's also start out on the shorter time frames here. We are seeing a similar picture. Shorter time frames starting on the 4-hour, we are closing in on becoming oversold. Same story on the 8-hour as well. We're coming down. We're going to become oversold sometime soon here. But moving out to the longer time frames, we're seeing the similar picture as with gold. Weekly starting to slow down. We are starting to close in on a cross down on the MACD. Momentum is weakening. The RSI is starting to curl down, but also on the long-term time frames, monthly, we have the same story as in gold. We don't see any slowdown in momentum yet. We're still going strong. MACD is still pointing up. We are not seeing any signs that the top here has already been formed on those longer term time frames, but we are definitely seeing that on the lower time frames, weekly, 4-day, and below that a sort of top is probably in the making at the moment, and the price action also supports this at this time. So the key will be taking out further support levels here in the next weeks on both GDX and GDXJ, accomplished hopefully also by further weakening on gold as well. And then we can further evaluate how things are going to play out here. But for many, many months, gold hasn't really shown any sign of weakness. So this is the first time really in a long time that we are seeing some significant weakening here in the charts, and that we are starting to break significant support levels. So now we have to just wait and see how this plays out. For now, I'm short on the GLD, I'm short on the GDX and the GDXJ. Two of them in the green. GDXJ not just yet, but I think this will unfold very soon as well. So if gold now shows the further wave structure as I've outlined here, that this is now wave 3 and will continue around this 3062 level, 2970 level, and then the next retracement from here will be a decider, let's call it this way, for how the next pattern will play out, or if it will play out in the bearish expectation I'm having. And then I will also move on putting another short zone for gold as well on the charts. I hope you liked the video. So short recap on what is happening in gold. I think now it's going to be a crucial time over the next weeks to look at that market. Could be a possible trend change coming up here, and it's going to be an interesting summer for gold here in my perspective. Thanks as always for watching. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, highly appreciate it, and see you next time. Thank you.